Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Get the hell out of my gate. I am not Kabiesi, and I've told you guys time and time again, I do not make decisions for Kabiesi. What is this? What the hell is this? They said Olori Naomi reacted after Ikpi and Gospel again came to her. And apparently, Ikpe and Gospel, they've been advised not to give up on Olori Naomi, to go back and beg Olori Naomi, because the truth remains that at this point, I think the one person who can tell Kabiesi to stop, that Kabiesi would stop, is Olori Naomi. Why is that? And why does everyone believe that Naomi holds the key to this whole, drama going on? It's because it looks like, from what they are saying, it looks like Naomi has told Kabiesi that if these women, if they don't remove immunity from them, maybe she didn't even tell Kabiesi that, but Kabiesi knows that if they do not remove immunity from these women will continue to trouble Olori Naomi. And Naomi will not be comfortable in his life, never. And that is why Kabiesi is insisting. And from what we heard, they said Yanifa also made it clear to Kabiesi that that is the only solution to all of this. Remember when Yanifa continued to tell Kabiesi not to mind anybody, that Kabiesi should only be focused, that Naomi is the, solution to her own problems, to the problems of the palace. That Naomi is the only solution to the problems right there in the palace. That if Kabiesi wants to solve that problem, he should bring Naomi back. And that was why the full moon ritual was so difficult. It was so hard. Kabiesi had to try to ensure that that reinstatement happened, right? And then it went through. Now, everything that is unfolding happens to be what they have seen. These things are going to happen until Naomi gets, completely situated. Right now, they said that Kabiesi is doing everything. They are building that place behind the palace, by the side of the palace or something for Olori Naomi. And we are all aware that if these women do not drop that immunity, they will continue to hide under that immunity to hurt Olori Naomi. Apparently, that is why Kabiesi does not want to back down. And people have advised them that the only solution, all this going to bring elders here, going to bring this there, is not working. The only thing that can work right about now is, Naomi herself. Put your pride aside. She may lock you outside the gate. She may kick you out. She may do whatever she wants to do. But you need to know that Naomi is the only solution to your problem. They said these women had come with bags under their eyes, tired from shame, exhausted from fear. Gospel and Ikpi were not the same women who used to walk the palace with high shoulders and loud opinions. That they stood outside Queen Naomi's residence, sober, sunburned, eyes filled with desperation. They had heard from whispers in the palace that Queen Naomi might be willing to forgive, that even though she had been wrong in so many ways than what can capture, she still had a good, big enough heart to even listen. That they should dress in white, cover their head respectfully, and go to Olori Naomi. That should be a sign of humility. But what they didn't realize was that this gate was not the same gate they once walked through freely. Olori Naomi is not like she used to be again. Before now, she used to be very, very, calm and all of that. But one thing about human beings is that when you push them too hard, they begin to develop muscle. They begin to, they become even more dogged. And that is exactly the person that these people have created in Olori Naomi. Queen Naomi had already warned them. Forgiveness is not just about saying sorry. It's about true repentance. And even if they apologize now, what they planted in the palace, what they tried to destroy spiritually and emotionally had grown into thorns. Thorns that had pierced her peace and dignity. As they approached, they saw her. Queen Naomi was standing a few meters behind the gate, calm but distant. No crowd at all, okay? Just her, but her presence was heavy, like someone who had passed through fire and came out. Gospel, they said, was speaking to the security guards and decided to beckon on Olori Naomi. Naomi acted as in like there was nobody there in the first place. And they said, and the security guard said they wanted to speak to Olori Naomi. That was when Naomi started walking inside. This whole thing they say had happened on a Saturday. So apparently the reason why she was there close to the security post was because of gardening and other things that they were doing. I think she was supervising it. Immediately she sighted them. She turned her back and started going inside. They now started trying to. So as Queen Naomi turned and started going, that was when Gospel called and she turned her back. And you know, the aunt was there with her, not the mother. The aunt was there with her. Yes, they also said the mother was also there, but it was the aunt who was speaking, asking them, why now? Why are you just realizing everything that you have done to Olori Naomi now? Where were you when she was crying? When she was lied on, disgraced and pushed out? Where were you? Where were all of you? You watched them soil her name. You added your own oil to the fire. You came, to her now to do what? To beg that she speaks to Ooni of Ife. Oh, now that it's happening to you, you want her to intervene. Now that it is you, you want her to beg for you. When you wanted to destroy her, everything you wanted to do was to destroy her. They said Naomi sat down, stood up there quietly. She didn't say a word, like she did not mutter one word out of her mouth. It was the aunt who was speaking. The aunt continued. You people are so wicked. You are wicked. I've never seen this kind of wickedness in my life. They said Ikpi touched her chest weeping. Ikpi said that yes, that she knows that she has fallen sick. Everything I put my hand in has turned against me. I have seen it now. I have seen the punishment. Please don't let the punishment continue. They said Queen Naomi's eyes, stayed sharp, as in it was very sharp when Queen Naomi raised her head to look at her. That Queen Naomi just said, I am not Kabiesi. I'm not the one who sits on the throne to give mercy to those who rebel. I am just Naomi. And as Naomi, I don't owe you forgiveness. The same way you didn't owe me protection when I was crying. Gospel was on the floor at this time as we're hearing, begging that Naomi should not just keep quiet. You know why? Because they do know that if Naomi, as bad as this situation is, if Naomi will say a word to Kabiesi, everything will turn around. That man has too much respect for Queen Naomi. That man loves Naomi so much. And everybody, those who know, they know that man loves Naomi so much. So if she says anything, Kabiesi will just turn everything around. But Naomi is not ready to do anything. The reason is that not only is she not ready to do anything, the mother, in fact, nobody wants her to be a part of this thing. They have asked her to sit quietly. What is there? People, you know that if they don't remove the immunity, it's the same immunity that we used to fight you. So what is she supposed to do? Our mother said the wahala was not easy. That's how Naomi drove them out of that. They should never come back, even though they never get to hear. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged rumors, unverified information making the rounds on social media should not be seen as fact.